I got back to Fiji a few days ago. The boat is still in one of these cyclone pits where I left it. I just did this because it's a lot cheaper to store it on the hard ground this time of year than it is to leave it in the water, and it's safer. I had some friends bring me this from New Zealand. It's not too big and it's not too heavy, but I genuinely have no idea where I'm going to put it. I can kind of stuff it in here, but my outboard goes in there as well. This side is full of surfboards and stuff. Obviously not going to put it somewhere over here. The boat really is full. I don't know exactly what the solution to this is, but I'm not willing to go any further without a life raft, so I'm glad to have it, just don't exactly know what to do with it. Most of the other stuff is just stuff I either broke or replaced. Like this windlass handle, I'll explain that now. Basically, I was at an anchorage on the west side of an island. The wind went west, and I had to leave in quite a rush. The waves were actually engulfing the boat on the bow because the anchor chain was weighing the bow down. And the waves were actually kind of like going over it. So, windlass handle didn't survive that process. Somehow this was like $150 and I didn't have the time to build my own or anything, and I kind of doubt they have a stainless pipe in Fiji. So thanks to my Patreons. It gets even dumber than that. We took a boat out from Bunda Marina, which is where I'm now, like, I don't know, a month ago or something, a month and a half ago, when I was doing the varnishing and such, and our panga, our longboat, actually flipped. So we were all in the water except for my friend Vang, who had just jumped off the boat. As soon as he jumped off the boat, the captain wasn't paying attention and literally went broadside to a, 6-7 foot faced wave and flipped. I lost my freediving fins, my spear gun, dive knife, dive float, weight belt. I have a friend that lost an underwater camera. What else did he lose? His phone, his wallet, 4 pairs of surfboard fins. Yeah, we lost like $3,000 of stuff that day. I couldn't replace my freediving fin directly, especially in Fiji, so I got 2 new carbon fiber ones in Canada, where I just was. My dad gave me a new dive knife, or an old dive knife that's new to me, because I lost that as well on the boat flip. I've also got my dreaded new stern tube bolts. When I did this project in January or whenever that was, I couldn't find stainless bolts, or bronze bolts I mean, in Fiji, so I had to use stainless. That was very impermanent, and it's not safe to keep them on, so I gotta do this stupid project again. Fortunately, I don't have to take the whole cutlass bearing out, just the bolts for the stern tube. Knock on wood. I'm gonna spare you the details because I don't think anybody cares about this extremely boring project, but it went very quickly. I got it first try. I think part of that was luck, but I don't care. I won't have to look at it for another 2 years. I had a lot more in-person footage recorded from the start of this video, but the audio got destroyed somehow. It's only been a few months since I painted this green trim the first time, but I used the wrong kind of roller, which left a bunch of plastic hairs in the paint. It didn't look very good, so I sanded it all down again, washed it, masked it, and then painted it with the same color. I also got new lettering made for both Hooligan and Honolulu, Hawaii. It all turned out really well, the paint and the logos. The next day, we put the boat back in the water and headed to Musket Cove, 16 miles to the southwest, to go find some waves. I've spent so long in the area because this is one of the few places in the South Pacific where you can sail and surf. Usually the waves prevent you from being able to anchor, or the safety of the anchorage means there are no waves anywhere nearby. But here, you're just a dinghy ride away from some of the best waves in the world. I took a mutual friend on board to surf, sail, and dive the rest of Fiji with. She'll be here for about a month before returning to Indonesia for college. We got several days of perfect waves before we were ready to pack up and head to the next place. It's about 8 a.m., not quite sure what day it is. We've been anchored out at Musket Cove for little while now, just surfing every day. Probably should have prepped the boat yesterday to take this window to Kandavu, but we didn't. We were surfing instead, so I'm gonna take this window today. This morning we're gonna fill up water, fill up diesel, get food, tie everything down, deflate the dinghy, and then head out. It should be a 24-hour trip or so. Given we don't stop on the way, we might. But yeah, I got a mutual friend on board now. She's gonna come with me.
Hello, this is Marcia speaking. I'm a new crew member in the Hooligan, and this is my first time sailing, so it will be fun. That's it. I don't have, my brain has gone blank. What a beautiful morning. Calm seas, nice weather. Perfect start of the day.
I don't have a water maker on board the Hooligan, nor do I know where I'd put one, so I use these 5-gallon water jugs to fill up every time. I carry 35 gallons total, and I have 3 jugs, so it takes 3 trips to fill up. I carry 10 total gallons of gasoline and 35 gallons of diesel. With the diesel, that's enough to go about 250 miles, and the gasoline usually lasts about 2 weeks. While living on anchor, the 35 gallons of water only lasts about 2 weeks. It's because you need a shower, do dishes, and all that. It lasts longer when you're sailing, but it's really not enough, and I don't have a place for a water maker. Usually I rely on other boats to give me water. They feel sympathy for the small sailboat, but sometimes it's difficult. Since leaving Hawaii, I've added a lot of the equipment that could be considered necessary to live a somewhat comfortable life aboard the boat, but ironically, after adding all that stuff, I don't really have enough room for more than 2 weeks of food. Okay. We got the outboard and dinghy up in a rush to try to catch the weather window, which looked to be shrinking a little bit. The boat is still kind of messy, but it's going to be calm for a long time. I'm just going to tie everything down underway because I want to get going. Don't want to get there too late tomorrow, but first thing. Okay, been at it for 4 or 5 hours now. Gone about 16 miles from straight back over there. It's completely glassy out here. We left the pass about 3 hours ago and it's been like this since. No complaints here. Kandavu is straight ahead now, about 65 miles or 75 miles, something like that. So tonight, I'll just keep on motoring. There might be some wind tomorrow. Then I'll put the sails up and head to Kandavu on probably a close haul, but I'm not sure about that yet. For now, just gonna keep doing this, let the autopilot steer, and enjoy the view.
Hello people, I'm taking over Garrett's vlog for a bit. We're headed out to Kandavu Island and it will take us about a day to get there, so it's very smooth sailing out here. What do I talk about? Clouds. Guys, look at the clouds, they're so nice, right? They're white. Like Garrett.
Well, I was launching the drone to try to get footage of this ship passing by. Started up the rotors like I've done probably 250 times by now, and then it just plopped into the water after I threw it. When I bought the drone, I told myself if I got a year before crashing it, that'd be well worth it. It's been about a year and a half, and I've gotten some epic footage all throughout the South Pacific. These videos are very expensive to make, and they're quite possibly my biggest expense above even food and boat maintenance. Just the drone was $1,000. If you'd like to support the production of these videos, I'll leave the links in the description. Thanks. It's about 4 a.m. I think.
Didn't really sleep last night, or tonight I mean. Just done my little 17-minute cat naps, which means I'm gonna be exhausted tomorrow or the day after. But that's just part of it. Yeah, 4 hours to go, 20 miles. For some reason I've been going faster than I usually do, by like a knot. It might be current, it's kind of weird. But yeah, almost there. Can't see land yet, no lights.
It's actually quite windy now. It's kind of bizarre, but really good timing because this wouldn't have been fun if we had the full fetch. The closer we got to the mountains, the windier it got. The waves weren't large, but they had a very annoying short period swell that slowed the boat down almost 0 knots. There was another sailing catamaran about 5 miles further offshore that reported wind speed in the high 20s and then high 30s for the gusts. I've definitely noticed a difference in sailing performance and speed since adding all the new equipment to Hooligan. The weight has moved forward instead of back, which is far from ideal. Once we got about a mile away from shore, I went up to the sail and got it down so that I could maneuver freely to avoid reefs. Okay, I have a feeling after all of this that the anchor chain is probably in a big ball. So before I try to drop anchor and completely fail doing that, I'm just gonna pull it all out onto the deck so that it's ready for me to go when I actually do anchor. Sure enough, it's all in one big ball. Glad I did this. Alright, still windy in here, but way less choppy. We're at anchor somewhere up by that catamaran. Alright, we made it to Kandavu successfully. Nothing really broke except for the drone, but it's fine. Never liked that drone anyways. We're anchored here at this bay. The wind is coming from the south, but it's gonna change to the east starting tomorrow. So I'm getting the boat ready now to pick up anchor and head 3 hours further to the east because the wind is gonna switch tomorrow and we've gotta get out of here before it goes to the east or it'll get kind of nasty. So right now I'm setting up the wind vane. Soon I'm gonna add some more diesel to the tank and then we'll pick up anchor and head that way. Hard that way. Anchor's up, we are off. Okay, I am pointing into the wind now so I can get the sail up. I'm gonna make it really small just because I don't want to be overpowered like the other day. Marcia's inside and I don't have a harness on because it's so calm, but I'll put one on as soon as the wind picks up a little bit. Okay, mainsail's out. Now I'm gonna do the jib. Got the sail up, engine's in neutral. I'm going to set the wind vane. Okay, just do a beam reach, like that. Now I can steer the boat just using the wind. It's been a nice 3-4 hour sail so far, maybe a bit less than that. I have the engine on because I tried starting it once and it didn't want to, so I bonked it with a hammer a couple times on the starter and all the connections, and it started working. But it's all good now. We're getting to the lee of this island, so the wind and the waves are gonna die pretty soon. It's already calm, but yeah. About 15 more minutes, we'll be anchored at a nice protected bay. There's a lot of east wind coming soon, and that last place would have been rough. Beautiful evening though. That looks a bit ominous. Sunset's great. And what do you think?
That's awesome. Hello. I'm so shy. This is Marcia.
Again.
Again, for the umpteenth time. And we're finally arriving to the island.
Correct.
After 4 hours of
4
sailing.
hours.
Yeah, and I'm super stoked, excited to see what the island has to offer. You.
Oi. The sail to start flopping, and then drop it. Want to steer forward for a second? We've made it to our anchorage. We're gonna anchor on this sandy patch right here. Put the engine in the reverse, stop the boat. Run up to the front. Okay, now I'm just gonna let it slowly drift back. There's not really any wind whatsoever, but this place is beautiful. The wind's gonna start coming from there tomorrow. Might be kind of strong because the mountains can funnel it that way, but what a place.
We reached Ono Island. It's really quiet here.
All right, anchor's down. I'm gonna hop in the water now, I think, before it's dark and make sure there's no rocks or anything, and then call it a night. Air of luxury. Instant ramen. It is the next day. We're about to go to shore with these people over there to do the kava ceremony. Whenever you go to a village for the first time in Fiji, it's expected that you bring a bundle of kava, which is a local pepper-style root that they grow underground and then mash up and turn it to a drink.
Get a bow?
The hot spring here. That's the kava plant there. The headman here, Wanga, made us a basket out of palm fronds so that we could carry back the fruit and vegetables he gave us. So lush in here. Now we're gonna go ride with Wanga, the head man here at this village, to the next town over in his boat. I'm just gonna trade some gas for a ride so we can go check it out, maybe find some groceries, see what there is to see. They brought us some really nice coconuts and papayas yesterday from their local farm. We've been eating these. They're on their way now, so time to go.
lush green.
Made it to wherever this is. It's really pretty here. So green. Looks like there's a little post office there, hospital there, doggy here.
It's Kava, guys.
These 3 villages were fairly small, but in the second one we were able to find a little store with diesel, gasoline, cookies, basic provisions and whatnot. Next little town. We came to the third village as they were unloading the ferry and picking people up to go back to Suva, the capital. This ferry comes once a week to Kandavu and supplies the island with all the things they can't grow here. It's also the cheapest way for the locals to get in between the islands. Our friends from the village whose boat we were on said this is probably the first time these kids have ever seen a drone.
Hey, we're in the local market eating some authentic Fijian food.
A little venture is taking longer than anticipated, so we're walking around the little market here, hoping to not get food poisoning. That's about it. We got forced out of Kandavu sooner than we would have liked due to weather, so in the next episode we'll be sailing to the capital of Fiji, Suva. I hope you enjoyed the episode. It took a lot of time and effort to film and edit, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.